Welcome back to another crypto video, guys. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about trading crypto and the Bitcoin price. It's been a little while since I've been doing my crypto videos, since Luna crashed and the whole crypto market just took a big fat dive. I had a little time off training. I did get liquidated pretty hard, but I'm back. I've been paper trading for a bit and I want to get my skin back into the game. My paper trading has been doing pretty well. I've been marking up the charts and a lot of price targets I've been marking up. I've been hitting those price targets before they would have hit my stop losses. This time round, I've built a strategy, and last time I don't think I really stuck to a strategy and I didn't really have discipline with my trading, hence why I was liquidated so hard. After that hard liquidation about a year ago, and after a lot of reflection and time off and coming back to the charts, I'm ready to give it another go. And yeah, if you want to see me on my journey, I'm going to start with 1,000 US dollars in my Bybit account. And my aim is to 10x that to 10,000. I'm going to give myself a conservative 3 months to 10x that account. I could just go hard straight away. But what I'm planning on doing is doing $100 trades, $200 trades, and depending on how confident I feel with the setup. And then once I build the account and double the account to $2,000, then I'll trade with 10% of the account and hopefully stick to my discipline this time around. So if we just jump into the charts, obviously Bitcoin has been on an absolute tear recently. So if we look at I've been looking a lot more on the 1 minute charts recently, because if you're going to be using high leverage, which is generally what I have been using, then I feel a lot more comfortable on the 1 minute charts because you can really see support lines and resistance and things like this. For example, earlier on before I went to the gym, I seen that we were in this rising wedge. This was before any of this happened. We were just on this descending triangle right here inside this rising wedge. We just come down, we tested this area, this key area right here, and then we punched up. And I noticed as we were punching up, this was on a little bit of a W. And I find these symmetrical triangles, if you see a W formation as they're coming out, that's quite a strong buy signal to me. I did go in on 100x leverage with 10% of the account. However, I did not get filled and I didn't chase it. Unfortunately, it's a shame I didn't get filled, but if one thing I've learned in trading is not to chase the pump. So the price target for this I had laid out, which was the top of the descending triangle to the bottom. On the point of the breakout was the top of the wedge. And how I'm going to be setting up my trades from now on is risk to reward ratio of 3. So we put the target was at the top of the wedge here, and I want a risk to reward ratio of 3. So if I just put that there, that's more or less it. If we were to come back down from this point of the breakout and come down in this area here, then you would have broken a key support of the rising wedge and you would have had a sharp sell-off. I'd have been out of that trade, and then with a loss of 30% basically on 100x leverage, so 30% of your capital. But the upside is 1.23%, so 123%. Obviously, if you left a bit of it in, I wouldn't have seen this come in potentially, but it had an explosive break to the upside and continued on for 1.5%. So on 100x leverage, not that I encourage anyone to do 100x leverage, but however, I felt safe to do it in this scenario, but 10x leverage, less than that, it would be a lot more sufficient. Yeah, I did get a good one in Sand. Sand was a very good trade for me. I actually got 400% return on Sand, and I'll show you exactly where I found this. At the time, we were right here, and I noticed we were in this, again, this is on the 1 minute chart on Sand, we're in this rising channel, and I noticed price was consolidating, and we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 touch points, a lot of confluence there. And on top of that, price was consolidating, getting smaller and smaller and smaller. It had to run somewhere. I checked some other trading indicators that I use, the TDI, the 50 EMA, and Bitcoin looked like it was about to go down as well and drag everything down with it. I did put a short on right at this point here with a stop loss, and it was on 50x leverage on Bybit as well. So I put a short position here with my stop loss just above these highs here, and it didn't even go that way. It just fell down, and from that point I had TP1 set right here, and that was from the top down to the bottom here, and I TP'd one right there, and TP2 I had set down here, and the TP2 was from the size of the channel down, and it absolutely smacked that. At that point, I think I went to bed, and unfortunately, I missed this fallen wedge right here, which broke to the upside in a massive way. I would have definitely put a trade on if I seen that on 50x leverage, 5.5%. What's that? That's two and a half times your money back. So that'd been a 250% profit potentially if I would have seen that trade. Not that I'd have probably taken that. I'd have probably taken my profits a lot earlier, but you could have ridden some from there. By the time I woke up, I seen these patterns here. I noticed we were in this symmetrical triangle pattern, and within that we had another symmetrical triangle which broke to the upside. And these W's, look right here, you see this W, you see a lot of W's here, one, and this one right here, right at the very end, that's a perfect W. I love to see a W breakout on the symmetrical triangle. Broke up to the upside, obviously hit its price targets. You could have got a 3-to-1 long position there as well with a tight stop loss, which would have never been touched, and you've been in your profits there into a sort of a rising channel or a rising wedge. I'm going to call that like maybe a pennant or something, but it doesn't matter. That broke down, which you could have put a trade on there as soon as that broke down. But anyway, even if you didn't, it was zigzagging in the middle, and we hit this. What I thought I seen is a reverse head and shoulders pattern. In this head and shoulders pattern, the first price target was met right here, well, just under it, about 90% of it. And the second price target was from, if I get this one, this is the head and the shoulders, it was pretty much met. The second one was the wedge here, again, which was pretty much met right here. We come down, price consolidated, touched, bounced off of the previous resistance and acted as support, and then shot up to the upside. And then I think I just closed my short position from previous. Again, I'm paper trading, making journal entries, and just trying to understand how many times I'm right versus how many times I'm wrong. That way I can understand my risk to reward, whether I'm going to use a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1. At the moment, I'm looking at a 3-to-1 because I think I've been finding some patterns that are working for me for now. I want to try that. However, sod's law is I did do a Bitcoin trade earlier and it did not go in my favor. So anytime I tend to use money, I tend to make a mistake. Yeah, so I need to set up the trades, set my stop loss, set my take profit, and generally I need to walk away. But yeah, I'm going to learn my trading strategies as I go. I have set out some disciplinary rules to start with. So yeah, if you want to watch me on my journey, stay subscribed, and yeah, hopefully we can grow this channel together. All right, guys, where do I think Bitcoin's going to go to? Yeah, if we're on the hourly here, typically my setup, I like to use the VPVR from the side here, and the VPVR, which is a more like close range VPVR, which shows like in blocks basically. If we're to zoom out, let's just get a macro view of things, and then we'll come back into the micro view. I've been following Bitcoin for a long time, and as you can see, little ticks, or if you see a green target, that means target's been met. A yellow target for me means an ongoing target, and a red target means a failed target or an X. But yeah, no, you can tell I've been following Bitcoin for a while here. I'll just turn off that, make it a little bit clearer there. Yeah, as you can see, this is on the 4 hourly. Bitcoin fell down on roughly Friday, 12th of June, and we went into this on the 4 hour candles. We went into this descending triangle, which was made up of plenty of trading patterns, which I've seen. And if we're just to zoom in on some of these, you can see we've got a symmetrical triangle here, or W pattern, which broke to the upside, come down, retested, and continued to the upside. Complete price target met. If you were to get this V right here, you know, it meets it exactly. Like the symmetry is uncanny, it's unbelievable. So I do really want to wait for these shapes to come to fruition and be in the right place at the right time with the right leverage. And I think you can certainly capitalize and multiply your Bitcoin if done correctly with the proper risk management. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touch points. That's enough. That's enough touch points for me. And typically in the white pattern, you can see this is a fallen wedge. So if we go to one of my favorite websites, the pattern site, trading patterns. So we can go to F, fallen wedge. As you can see here, the fallen wedge does have throwback rates and things like this, but generally, they generally swing to the upside. You can see it time and time again back through my charts. Here it swung to the upside. Here is one big one, swings to the upside. The price target from the top of the wedge, the thickest point to the bottom of the wedge, up to the breakout, and look at it. Perfect price target met. At the point of the breakout, if you put a long in there, you could put it on a 10 to 20x leverage and you'd have been safe. And let's just say on a 10x leverage on Bybit from the breakout, that's a 38% move, plus the 38% compounded with the price of Bitcoin going up. Yeah, we broke up here, and if we zoom into this key area here, I did have a buy set on back here. I thought we were going to come back down and retest this area. We didn't. We did break into several rising wedges. There's one key one right here that broke down as they normally do. We can go back. That's a falling wedge. So rising wedge breaks down. So if you can get the price, normally it's like from there to there. Typically, okay, that was not met, but you did have previous resistance here, which acted as a support. So that was a key level to take profits. And yeah, we've broken to the upside here. If we zoom in, break this down onto the 1 hourly. Yeah, we did test 2,500 or 25,000, sorry, 25,000. And where do I think we're going from here? We are in a big uptrend, I would say at the moment, after breaking out of this. We have met this price target. I do suspect some pullbacks from this price target. However, as you will notice from this section down, the VPVR is very thin, so we could just continue to spike to the upside. If we do continue to break past this point, I would certainly expect to see the levels between 30,000, so 32,000 and say 28,500. Between this ranges right here, I could easily see us flying to that level, especially in this uptrend. However, if we were to come back down, I would say we're probably going to be, we could come back down to these levels right here. This would be a good buy for me. However, what I would pay close attention to is if we do consolidate along here and come back down, this would cause a big double top pattern. And if we did break this pattern right here, double top pattern, you could see a price target of shock back down to these levels here. So just be mindful of that. Yeah, for me, I'm not going to be really trading anything on the macro size, but I am still going to be looking for small setups on the 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, hourly. But apart from that, I generally like to trade it on a smaller scale. But yeah, that's all I've got for the moment. If you want to ask any questions, please do in the comments section down below. And yeah, I really appreciate if you support my channel. So please subscribe if you want more information. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Until the next one. Bye-bye.